You ever wake up in the morning and things just feel right? Things just feel good? You're like, all right, this might actually be a great day. And then some shit just absolutely destroys everything. That's what today's story time is, basically. So today's story time all takes place when I was 18 years old. I had just moved to LA. I was having a great time living there. I was having fun. I had my friends there. All in all, shit was just perfect, right? Everything was going good. And this day starts off as a great day. I woke up, I got out of bed, I went out on my balcony, I enjoyed the sunrise because I was up really early that day because, I don't know, my sleep schedule was just normal for once. And I had some breakfast, and I enjoyed the sunrise with my breakfast. It was great. I was having a wonderful day, right? So after I had breakfast and I enjoyed the sunrise, one of my friends came over who lived like literally in the same building as me. He lived like 2 floors down. So he came up to my apartment and we hung out for a couple hours at my place. And then after that, I had to tell him to leave because I had to stream. And I streamed for about 2 hours. Now, the stream went great. Nothing out of the ordinary when I went live. Nothing. Like, it was perfect. But after I got off stream, I get a knock on my front door. And I walk over to it and I look through the peephole. And there's 2 police officers looking very angry. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, not again, bro. Like, really? So at this point, right, I'm worried because I think that I'm getting swatted because there's 2 cops at my front door. And, you know, I hadn't been swatted yet in this new apartment in LA that I was living at. So I'm pretty nervous, right? So I open the door real slowly, and the cop looks at me and he goes, hey, is your name Austin? And I was like, yeah, it is. And before he could go any further, I was like, just so you know, I'm a streamer. People like to call the police on me as a joke. They think it's funny. It's called swatting. And he goes, oh, I know. Like, I know what swatting is. I had a feeling that's what this could have been because a lot of streamers live in this apartment complex, which was true. At the time, the apartment complex I was living in, there was like 3 other famous YouTubers in that apartment complex. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, like, people would prank call the police to these streamers and YouTubers' apartments because, you know, they thought it was funny. So the cops that came to my door actually had a feeling it was a SWAT prank, so they didn't respond with, like, full force. So anyway, after he says this, I'm like, oh, cool, like, I'm glad that you guys, you know, knew what was up. He's like, yeah, of course, but, you know, just to be safe, we have to look into it, so do you mind if we take a look around? And I was like, yeah, for sure, go for it. What was the call about anyway? He's like, somebody called and complained that you were carrying in large amounts of weed in big garbage bags. They also claimed that you had a weapon in your waistband. I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's not true. And he's like, okay, do you mind if we take a look around just to be safe? And I was like, yeah, go for it. So I let these 2 cops into my apartment. They start looking around. And almost immediately after letting them in, the cop comes up to me, the main guy that I was talking to the whole time. He walks up to me and he's like, hey, do you mind if we bring the canine unit down just to be safe? Just have him take a look around, you know, make sure nothing's hiding that we don't know about. And I was like, go for it. Because honestly, I had nothing to hide. I didn't care. Like, I had nothing hiding under my bed. I had nothing hiding in my apartment. Who cares, right? So yeah, like 5-10 minutes later, a drug dog comes into my apartment and it's sniffing around, rubbing its snoot all over my stuff, looking for whatever they think I might have, right? And it picks up on something under my bed. And the officer's like, hey, do you have something under there? I was like, no. He's like, are you sure? And he lifts up the blanket, and there's a safe right there, which, you know, is a safe that I keep valuable stuff in. And he's like, it really seems like something's under here. What's that, a safe? I was like, yeah, I thought you were talking about drugs because the drug dog picked up on it. He's like, yeah, is there anything in the safe? I was like, not that I know of, no. Nothing illegal. He's like, okay, can you open it? I was like, sure. So I open up the safe, and there's a tiny, like, no joke, dime bag of weed that I completely forgot about that was like 2 months old in there. And I was like, oh, that's why he picked up on it. And the officer looks at me and goes, you know, it's not nice to lie, son. He called me fucking son. I was like, first of all, dude, I'm not your son. Second of all, I didn't even know I was lying, bro. I literally thought that there was nothing in there. I don't smoke weed anymore. It was there for 2 months. I forgot about it. And he's like, okay. I just want to know if you had anything in there, you know, anything illegal. But it would have been nice if you told the truth to begin with. I was like, I'm sorry. I forgot it was in there, which was true. I'm not lying. Like, I literally forgot that was in there. So anyway, this dog sniffs around for like 20 more minutes. I guess, you know, me forgetting about the weed in the safe made them even more on edge. So they took even longer to leave. And yeah, finally, after like 20 minutes, they apologize. They say sorry for the trouble. They just wanted to make sure that the call, you know, was a prank call and, you know, didn't want to ignore something if it was real. So I said, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And if anyone else calls with some bullshit prank call, they can always call me as well. And I gave them my phone number. They said they would. They also told me not to worry about that weed they found because, you know, it's legal in LA anyway. So I was all good. And that was the end of that. They left. And I decided, you know what? This day sucks ass now. I'm going to go live again. So I went live on Twitch again, and I went on there. And within 5 minutes of going live, someone came in the chat and said, "Did you get a visit from anybody? Winky face." Clearly someone in the chat was attempting to swap me. And I just said, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Oh, you know what I'm talking about." And I was like, "No, I don't." And I just played stupid. And yeah, he didn't get the confirmation that the SWAT team came over. For all he knew, they never even came and he had the wrong address. Plus, to be honest, like, shittiest SWAT attempt I've ever seen in my life. Like, yeah, they brought a dog in, which sucked and prolonged the whole thing, but, like, there was no SWAT team. It was just a couple cops and, like, another one that came over with the dog. That was it. Like, nothing really too fucked up happened, so that's cool. The one, like, main cop I was talking to the whole time was pretty cool. So all in all, it could have gone worse, I guess. But it still absolutely shit all over my day and made it not fun. So that sucked. But anyway, yeah, I had a good stream after that. No one tried to swap me for the rest of the day, so that was cool. And that dumbass kid in the chat never got the satisfaction of knowing that the police showed up, so that's cool. However, now that I'm making this video, I just realized he might watch this, and then he might be like, "Yeah, I fucking knew it. I knew I got him good." But yeah, man, you didn't get me good at all. Pretty ass. To be honest, the shittiest part about this whole experience is there was a really cute dog in my living room sniffing around for drugs, and I couldn't pet it because it's a police dog, and it probably would have ripped my hand from my body, and I wouldn't have a hand anymore, and then that wouldn't be good because I kind of like my hand, and I don't want it detached from my body. But yeah, all in all, pretty shitty, but could have been worse. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, leave a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Also, I never really say this, but turn notifications on. I don't usually tell people to turn notifications on because I always forget, but yeah, turn notifs on because when I upload, sometimes people don't see it. And if you get notified, you'll see it. So that's cool. Turn the bell on. But yeah, guys, moral of this story is don't be like that piece of shit and swap people. That's not cool. And you can end up hurting somebody or in jail or both. So never do that. That's not cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And also, just to give you guys an update on the music stuff. I'm working on new music. I got some tweets recently being like, "Bro, where's the new music at?" Well, I took a little bit of a break after Death Wish came out. Also, if you haven't yet, go stream Death Wish. My new album came out a couple months ago. But yeah, it's been a couple months and I'm back to making music. So I'll have some new shit out for you guys very, very soon. Alright guys, I love you all so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Baby, I'm damaged, I cannot plan this